and welcome back to Dear Ashley Grace. Thank you so much for viewing this video today. If you have not already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure that you like this video and make sure you press that post notification bell so you know when I post videos next. So in this video, I want to discuss the mysterious death of Lauren Smith Fields. If you are unaware, Lauren was found dead in her apartment December 12th of 2021 by someone that she had met on the dating app Bumble. His name is Matthew LaFountain. He called the police and the police came, but her family was never contacted the day that she was found dead. And they actually had to get in contact with them for more information about the whereabouts of her death and how she ended up in this predicament. So I just want to show a quick news clip of the police findings and some of the events in the actual police report.
The I-Team obtained this police report of the response to a 911 call from Lauren's apartment on the morning of December 12th from a white male identified as Matthew LaFountain. The investigator notes he was trembling and visibly shaken. LaFountain said they met on the dating site Bumble, began drinking shots of tequila, and Lauren became ill. That later they played some games, ate some food, and started to watch a movie. He says he carried her to her bedroom and laid her in her bed. He then laid down next to her and fell asleep. He woke up again at approximately 0630 hours and she was laying on her right side. Blood was coming out of her right nostril onto the bed and she was not breathing.
So when the family was finally able to get in contact with one of the investigators and started questioning them about the incident, they said that they questioned the man who was on the scene to last have seen her and kept referring to him as a good guy, and they see him as a good guy, and that he was no longer a suspect, nor was he being questioned anymore. So the family found that to be very suspicious, because how do you not see the person who was last to be seen with her and spent her last moments with as a suspect? They also mentioned that when they went to go and clear her apartment out 17 days after she was found in the apartment, crime scene investigators had not collected any of her personal items or anything from the crime yet. So everything from the bloody sheet from her nosebleed to cups and drinks that they were drinking, a pill, a condom. The family also found a condom. They also found lube. All of those things were not in the possession of the police department. And basically now at this point, the whole scene has been compromised because you have let it sit for almost 20 days without it being tested for any evidence. So the family is seeing this as a case of racial discrimination because there is a white man involved and a black woman. They don't see that the police is taking this matter very seriously at all. And I would personally agree. I'm not a crime scene investigator. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a police officer. But what I do have is discernment and good common sense. And something about this case is not clean at all. First and foremost, this man says that she fell ill, but then they started to play games and watch movies. Then he carried her to the bed and laid beside her. All of that seems like a lie. First and foremost, if she seemed ill and then you had to carry a woman that you just met to her bedroom and you thought that it was appropriate for you to lay next to a woman who you just met while she was unconscious and sleep, none of that makes any sense to me. None whatsoever. How does one think that that is appropriate ever? When you had to carry her to the bed, that should have been your cue to see if she was okay, not just to lay down and go to sleep. Obviously, she wasn't conscious enough to walk herself into her own bedroom to lay down. Nowhere in the police report did that man mention that she said, you know what, I can't move, or I need your help going to the bedroom. He just literally picked her up and put her in her bed. That seems very questionable. Also, the condom and the lube that was found. What was it being used for other than for a sexual act? This case is not good. It's very unclear, and the police is not doing their due diligence when it comes to it. We're in almost February of 2022, and this family still does not have answers. They did, however, do an autopsy, and the autopsy report came out, and there were several drugs listed in that autopsy report, including fentanyl. I would love to know if they would have just taken the time to really investigate this man and question him, if they would have found any drugs in his system. Because the fact that they found all these drugs in her system, but they don't have anything on him, makes me feel as if some foul play was involved. I don't believe that this young lady would really put herself in a predicament to be with a man that she had just met with all of those drugs in her system. I truly don't believe it. And all of this is, of course, we have to say allegedly on his part, but I don't feel like something is wrong here. Something is terribly wrong here. And I do believe the family should definitely have an independent autopsy done, just based on the merit of how the police department has been handling this case. Like, I wouldn't trust anyone in this situation because they have really done a disservice to this family. They didn't contact them the day that this woman was found dead. They mishandled and compromised the scene of the crime. And they also, to me, from what I'm reading and from the police report, did not do their due diligence in really investigating this guy when it comes to his involvement in the case. Just because he seems like a pretty good guy and that he was visibly shaken does not mean that he could not have allegedly done something to this woman. Even when someone's marriage, when a husband or a wife is a victim of a crime, they always go to the partner first. Was there trouble in the marriage? And you have this man, she didn't know this man from a can of paint. She just had met this man recently on a dating app. And you mean to tell me that you don't even make him a suspect? Have we looked into his financials? Have we looked into his background? Did we get any blood samples or DNA samples from this man? We just let him go? This being the last person to have seen her alive. I want this family to stay on this police department. I want them to stay on the detectives. I want them to stay on everybody involved. Because this is not right. Everything in this case was done incorrectly. Anyone with good common sense can see that. How do you not case and bag and tag the evidence of a crime scene at the same time of the crime when it's being reported? How do you let 2 weeks go by without having the crime scene truly investigated? Why was her family able to find all of that evidence before the crime scene investigators even got there? This is just a sad case overall. I really hope and I pray, and I'm praying for this family that they find the justice that they so rightfully deserve. And that this case can be solved and closed soon so that they can begin their healing. Because right now they can't even heal properly because they truly don't know what happened to their child, to their sister, to their friend. This is a really messed up situation. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you have not already, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure that you like this video and make sure that you press that post notification bell so you know when I post videos next. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.